There is no Jasmine revolution in China, and these people don't want to overthrow their government. But they are desperate, and there are thousands of them. They call them petitioners, mostly poor and powerless. They come to the Chinese capital to complain about official corruption and abuse of power. But the government doesn't want to listen. It wants to silence them. The Chinese state is on edge, fearful of its own people and determined to stop the outside world seeing its underbelly. This is the office where the petitioners come to ask for the government's help.
This office is surrounded by police, both uniformed and plain clothes. The atmosphere is one of intimidation. Ordinary Chinese people risk violence and detention simply by coming here.
And now foreign journalists are also targets. The National People's Congress is supposed to be a show of strength by the Communist Party, a yearly celebration of how far China's come in a few short decades. China looks more confident than ever before, but many believe these men are scared.
The Chinese government, to me, seems to be gripped by some sort of paranoia or irrational fear right now. It's looking at these authoritarian governments being toppled in the Middle East, and it thinks that its own people might form some sort of larger movement like what we've seen in places like Tunisia or Egypt.
In reality, very few people here question the government's right to rule. When we went to visit one dissident who does, we were turned away. He Depu is under 24-hour watch. The police wouldn't even let him speak to us from his window. The state-controlled media has heavily censored what's happening in Libya, though the truth is hardly anyone here is very interested. But for the Chinese government, already anxious about controlling its own people, foreign revolutions come too close to home. Holly Williams, Sky News, Beijing.